Hey everybody, it's Sophia with the Glammy Shop, and today I've got another quick video on how you can update those basic black leggings. For today's project, you'll need a measuring tape, a good pair of fabric scissors, a seam ripper, tailor's chalk, some pins, a ruler, and a medium-sized scrap of jean fabric. Okay, so to get started, what we're going to do is we're going to actually be placing jean patches on the knee area and at the bottom of the pants. I'll show you how to do it. It's going to be real quick. Okay, maybe really quickly. I'm going to show you how to do it. It's going to be easy to do. I'll say that. Okay, so to get your first applique for the bottom, what you're going to do is measure from seam to seam. So you're going to take your ruler and start at the one seam and go to the next. And let's see, we've got 4 3/4. Then you're going to measure how far up you want your applique to go. For me, I already decided I want it to be about 7 inches. So that's here. So we've got 4 3/4 here, 7 inches at the top. And so essentially, all you're going to do is transfer those measurements, like I've already done here, onto your jeans with your tailor's chalk. And you see I've got it 4 3/4 here at the bottom. I've got it going up 7 inches, and then on the side, so that it wouldn't be so narrow and just come straight down into a triangle, I did go up 2 inches, and then I just free-handed my curve here, which you can do, or you can do a straight line, however you want to do it. I just thought it'd be cool to make it a little bit curved here. And essentially all you're going to do is cut this out. You can trace around it to produce another one, and that'll give you your bottom applique. So, quick word, when you are tracing that second one, make sure that you turn over the first template so that when you go to sew them down onto your pants, it actually comes out on the right side of the jeans. So literally, all you're going to do is take your tailor's chalk and make 2-inch squares, 2 inches, vertically, horizontally, and you're going to make 10 of these squares on the rest of your scrap blue jean. And what we're going to do is we're going to put these on the upper thigh of the pants. Okay, so now I've got all of my pieces cut out, so I'm going to go ahead and pin them onto the pants where we want them. Okay, for this next part, what you want to do is do a straight stitch all the way around the applique, and that's going to keep it from unraveling. So we're going to do that to our squares and the bottom parts. And then what you want to do is we're going to do the quilting. And so the quilting is going to go vertically, and what we're going to do is every 1/2 inch we're going to make a line. So what you want to do is, with your ruler and your chalk, you want to take it and put a line every 1/2 inch or so. And that way you know where to do your quilting lines. Okay, so I finished the stitching here, and you can see it much better on the back, the quilting. And I did mine's in black, so you can't see it super great, but I know it's there. I didn't really want to do an extra color, but if you really wanted the embroidery to pop, you could do it in like a different color, which I would probably suggest if you're using a dark denim. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do is you're just going to stick your appliques on your pants. So your bottom appliques, you're going to just line it up with the side seam here. Stick a pin in it. Yep, same thing on the other side. Line it up with the seam. Stick a pin in it. And then you're going to just do that. Stick a couple more pins in it to make sure it doesn't move. Make sure it's lined up with the bottom hem of the pants. The next thing that I'm going to do is put these squares on our pants. And this is how we're going to do that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I have my 5 little squares, and I am simply going to line them up across the knee or around the knee. And what I'm going to do is I will mark where I put this one, start this one, from the inseam down to where I'll put my first, the top of my first square. And then the same thing, I'll put the last square, and I'll mark the top of the inseam, because what I'm going to do to make sure I get it on both sides in the same place, I'm going to measure from the top of the inseam down to where the mark is. So that's going to be right at 10.5. So I'll do the same thing on this side. From this seam down to the 10.5. And I'll make that mark. And then the same thing on the other side. I'll measure from the seam at the waistband down to where I made my mark, and it's right at 19 1/8. So I'll do the same thing on the other side. Seam of the waistband down to 19 1/8. And I'll make that mark there. So I'm going to go ahead and attach these on both legs, and as well as the applique at the bottom. Okay, so here you go. I've got all of my patches sewn on. I'm going to go through and clip a couple of these little errant strings, but I've got my patches there, my patches here, or applique, excuse me, that I've sewn on. And like I said, it's just one, because there are a lot of quick ways to jazz it up a little bit so they're not just, black leggings. That's all I have for you today. If you found this video useful, go ahead and click the like button at the bottom. Hit subscribe so you don't miss any of my new videos coming out, and we'll see you next time.